state your name for the record?
Ben Clery-Hall.
Are you aware that everything used in this video can and will be used against you in a court of law?
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Put this on Lucas.
Yeah, it'll fit.
Tell me about HEATWAVE.
So I was thinking about climate change, I guess. I was thinking about how people would like react to the sun depending on what their situation was. For example, like some people, the sun poses a danger to them. People aren't really equipped to deal with the hot weather as well. And as climate change goes on, there'll be more and more hot weather. So I think it's a relevant topic to talk about. Then for other people it represents really nice things as well. Like it represents for me, I always feel like the water's a lot better when it's sunny. And I think aesthetically as well, it's a really nice colour palette to work with. It makes everything feel so light. And it's also kind of weird when you see Scotland sunny. It's just not something you normally do. So it's kind of escapism to have a whole film that's set in sunny weather. And I was kind of writing in January and I was thinking, when is the sun going to come out, please? And so that was partly why I wrote it. I was manifesting it. And then it actually happens sometimes, so that was really nice. And it was an excuse to go out in the hot
Like how you
weather
carrying
with
it in
friends
one hand,
and
Lucas. Do you feel
just
useful?
make a fun film together, which is really nice. There's something kind of magical about it.
What was the idea behind the characters in HEATWAVE?
I started with the grandma and the grandson dynamic.
I know exactly
I
what
just
you
kind of
mean.
thought it would be entertaining if they had a lot of tension and a lot of
I have no phone.
resentment that they're not talking about. I thought that would be an interesting thing to explore from a character dynamic perspective, and I think that kind of rift happens a lot between different generations where it's very hard to understand each other, especially if they're in such close proximity all the time. So I've seen a lot of misunderstandings happen where it just feels like different generations don't have the language to speak to each other and get through to each other in a way.
This way around.
So I kind of thought by writing that and trying to write both perspectives in a way that would be a nice way to bridge the gap and also show that people don't necessarily have to understand each other to care about each other a lot, but also misunderstandings can lead to a lot of bad things as well.
You've clearly written a lot of scripts, a lot of really, really good scripts. What made this one the one? What made you think, I am going to make this one, I'm going to make it as big a deal as I can?
I just think, well, I definitely put a lot of kind of personal touch into the script. It's definitely relevant to my background in a way that I don't always write about. And I just feel like I really get kind of town vibes, and I really want to explore those kind of things as much as possible. What it feels like to be queer in a town context where it's kind of hard to express yourself. I think that that's kind of the core of the film in a way, kind of how hard it is to express yourself and how that can lead down dark paths, but also hopefully optimistic endings. And I also want to show that small towns can be many things. They can be positive, they can be hopeful as well. People can understand each other. There can be bigotry, but there can also be community as well. And also that there are just a lot of stories in small towns which I think lends itself to a longer film and maybe more ambitious production.
When you'd made the decision that this was the film that you wanted to make, what was kind of your pre-production process?
I basically pitched in a Screenwriting Society table read, and people read through my script. That really, like, people's reactions to it really inspired me to actually make it into a thing, and I could tell that people connected to it aside from me.
Don't run, there's no need to run.
So yeah, and also filmmaking society as well. That had inspired me to the fact that people actually want to make films and put a lot of effort into it. And so I basically just asked the immediate vicinity around me, and then we did auditions. Auditions were a really fun process. It's probably one of the funnest processes because you get to meet a lot of strangers. And you get to see lots of different interpretations for the characters. When Daniel came in, he was the right person for the job.
Okay.
He even said, I think,
I think the rest of us are not needed.
other people could actually act.
Lucas is bad.
Because he was just like, yeah, he was fantastic. And then we had chemistry reads, which is a really fun thing as well. So basically we told Daniel, who's playing Marcelo, to try and buy something from Luca, who's playing Alan, and Luca doesn't want him to buy the thing, he wants him to buy something else. So they had a really good dynamic with that, where I think Daniel stole it, and then they were just arguing back and forth for like 10 minutes. We didn't tell them to stop, they just kept going. Like, they just didn't stop.
There's a car
So
behind
they
you.
were kind of just right for it. It was very obvious because they weren't being very careless. So that was really great. And since then, they have a fantastic dynamic, which we're really happy with. There was also Mary, who was a really big part of the pre-production process. She helped get us in contact with Jeanette, who's playing Gloria. She was in a stage show with Jeanette, and she recommended her because she thought that she would be perfect for the role. So that was really great, and she was really engaging with the script, and she gave me so many ideas about it, like cinematography things, family as well. She sent me a massive email talking about the vibes that the script gave her, and it was also really nice to send it to someone who's not from our generation as well, because that's kind of the whole point of the movie, so it wouldn't have felt complete if people were only engaging in it and they were in their 20s. Yeah, I'm just like this work.
What you just plan to do at Gilmore Hill? Yeah. Or like wherever it would. Yeah, Gilmore Hill would be amazing if we can get it.
What things did you maybe learn from making this?
I think just kind of do things. Like, I kind of knew that already, but it really, you just can't do things sometimes. But it's also important that the project connects with you as well. I think it was something quite special. Like, I have learned that things like that don't happen every day, and it was part of the very specific time we were at, because I was just finishing third year. I had a whole summer, I was just working part-time, so I had a lot of time in my hands. Also, there's a scope for multi-generational films, I think, and I don't think that's tapped into enough. And I think there are a lot of like actors are different, kind of actors in the 60s, 70s, 80s, like really wanting to get involved with younger filmmakers as well. And I think people need to know that, and I think people should try and write good characters from those age brackets as well. And I just feel like there are so many stories to tell there.
What's the biggest thing you hope people will get out of HEATWAVE?
I don't want anyone to just get like one thing. I would hope that people don't really get one message and people get different things from it. Everyone has their own story, and I don't know, I want it to be open-ended, and that was very deliberate, and so I hope that people don't take away the same thing.
If you could sum your entire experience of making this film up in one sentence, what would that sentence be?
Can I swear? How can I swear? Explain. Okay. I need to think about this. Finding the sun. No, wait. What should I really say? Best summer ever.
Alright, any final thoughts?
Yeah. Make movies if you want to make movies. You should do that. It's really fun and cool. And it's not that stressful. Like, it will only make you really stressed for a moment. And then it's great. So you should do it. And it's good to be stressed sometimes as well. That's how you know that you're doing something you want to do. So be stressed. That's my advice.